Testing 1, 2, 3. 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 Testing 1, 2, 3.
Well, it's Thursday. You know what that means? Time for another live. Welcome back, Knotty Nation. Excited to have you in here today. Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite products and probably one that I get the most questions on. It's a slow cure polyaspartic that we use. We use it specifically for outdoor applications and indoor applications where a lot of white is involved. So, for instance, a Carrara marble or something like that. Something that would tend to yellow with sunlight or time or anything like that. So we are definitely going to talk about that. So if anybody has any questions, drop a link in that chat and we'll be glad to answer them for you. It's super easy to use. It's so familiar, it's a little bit dangerous. So I'm going to go over some of the finer points. We're just going to jump right in today. So polyaspartic is a 1-to-1 mix ratio. It's got a part A and it's got a part B. So a lot of the things that you're going to see are, especially if you've worked with epoxy before, it's going to feel really, really familiar to you. A matter of fact, the biggest mistake that I get is people call me up and say, hey, I didn't like this product. I've been working with epoxy for 20 years or 10 years, however long it's been. It's so similar to epoxy that you're going to think it's exactly the same, and there's some minute details, and I'll go over that and change that for you. So the first is that epoxy, you lay down and you don't really worry about the thickness because it self-levels. With a polyaspartic, we want it to lay really, really thin. So what we're going to do with epoxy is typically 3 ounces per square foot. We're going to go 2. I'm going to pour some a good amount, so we'll have some left over, and we'll just talk about them. I'm just going to put 8 together here, so we'll have a little to play with. And go from there. So we just mix it up. Like I said, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. I've dropped a link to the product that I'm using below, and you'll be able to go over that really quick. We go hit. I'm hearing my little sound. Let me give you 1 second. Ha! Perfect. So good thing is the sound works. Bad thing that was on in the background making me crazy. It's a thinner product. As you'll see, it'll mix really, really well. Because the polyaspartic mixes really, really well, it also blends really, really well. So any colors you add to it, anything like that, really go a long way. It works well outside. I've done outside barbecues, bars. We're here in Las Vegas. It's really, really hot. And so we'll can really take a beating without yellowing or anything like that. And of course, when we're done, we'll top these with our liquid rock top coat that we demonstrated last week. They're great. So what I got here is a pre-primed board that we made, and I'm going to do a reverse Carrara marble. So I primed it white, but I'm going to go ahead and make the board black with a black base, and we'll introduce some white to it and some grays and have a little bit of fun with it. So as you can see, I've added a little pigment. There's a pigment specifically for polyaspartic. Oh, let me hit that point real quick. So if you're going to tint it, make sure you use the proper tint, or either use a mica powder or a pigment that's designed for polyaspartic. It does you no good to put a non-yellowing product in and you take an oil-based paint and dump it in there, because oil will yellow and amber with time, and so it defeats the purpose of that. So use components within there that won't yellow as well. So we want to make sure we do that. So we're going to take this product here. I'm just going to add it into my cup here where I've already put the black, and we'll just mix it together, and you can see how it just takes color really, really well. You can see the blacks just going through there really, 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 really nicely. So mix this up. Stick that to the side. You've got a fairly long pot life with this, unlike the epoxy that flashes. You've got a ton of working time with this. Another way this is different, epoxy sets up with temperature and heat. This uses relative humidity. So it pulls the humidity out of your air to cure itself. And so that's one of the differences. So if you live in a real dry place like I do here, it's going to take a little longer. If you live somewhere real humid like the South, you're in luck. This baby will harden right up for you. But once it hardens up, you get a really nice result. I'm just going to spread this out with my fingers, just like that. For all you OCD people, I'll do my best to hit these fronts so you're not seeing anything. my back here. All right. I missed a spot? Right here? Did I get it? All right, all you crazies out there. Cool, so from here, I'm just gonna use some regular old spray paint. I've got some gloss white here. I'll just spray it right there so we can have a little bit to work with. Then I'm gonna grab just a regular old chop brush right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get it on my board, and then we're just gonna run it through. Like I said, it takes color really, really well. My hands are slippery. I like this one. It adds some real subtle effects as it chops out there. It's one of my favorites. It's super easy. It just goes really, really well. Geez, I'm really liking that just as it sits. I'll add a little bit more just so we can have a little drama. But that's looking really good to me. You can see how it kind of moves as it does its thing. And if you wanted to add maybe a little highlight, we could pop a little blue in here, make it a, we're not gonna pop a blue in, there's not a lid on this one. We'll pop a little charcoal gray in, how about that? I love the smell of spray paint in the morning or the afternoon. So we'll just put a little bit of this gray in here just to add some accents in with the white there. Bring it through here. And just like with epoxy, you can tilt it and move it around, change the look of your marble. How's that look? Can you see that nice subtle marble texture in there? And it'll roll over the edge and all that. So it's as simple to use as that. We're gonna let it thin out there and ready to roll. It's that simple. This product would never yellow, can be used outside, can really take a beating. It's actually more impact resistant than epoxy, and so it flexes a little bit, and it gives you some really beautiful effects. If you haven't tried it, try it out, and I think you're gonna like it. We'll do one more project with it. Let me switch these boards over. We'll move this one over here to dry. We'll set this one right here. And I wanted to show you guys how easy it was to do a little marble effect with this. So these are all micas in here. I've just preloaded them with different colors. I used a wild base color. As you can see, I painted this board just blue and loaded them up with these colors here, and they're ready to go. So I've got a little bit here. I'm gonna use the rest of it. We'll dump it in this one right here. And then we'll mix up a little bit more product. In the meantime, I want to tell you about this product while I get this stuff mixed up. This is the good stuff. It's a product we're testing out. I don't have a name for it yet, but it is a Red Guard replacement / alternative. Now, if you use countertops or looking for shower walls, I recommend this product. It's been a lot of fun. I haven't really liked Red Guard, especially with my sinks underneath, because you put them on the bottom of your countertops to waterproof your MDF. And that red will sometimes shine down onto my white porcelain and kind of gives a glow. It's not ideal. I don't like it. My customers don't like it. And so we've been looking for another product. I also use the Aqua Guard or Aqua something, the Lowe's brand. It's a blue product, but the same thing. It kind of puts a dark reflection on it. This product is clear. It's completely waterproof, and it's a super strong adhesive. So when you're using it with shower walls and those kind of things, you roll it on and you let it tack up, and then you just push your MDF on there with your finished product, and you get some, and it just adheres right away. It's similarly priced to those products. far superior. You don't get the glow on it. You also get the adhesive effect with it. So I'm excited to show that to you guys next week. And help me think of a name for it. Right now it's just called the good stuff. We haven't figured out an actual name for it. So I've gone ahead and mixed up some more Polyaspartic while we're at it. I'm just going to dump it in evenly amongst these cups here. They're just random colors I threw together. I wanted you guys to see how easy it is to work with this product. And with this, I'm doing just all micas. Got us a nice gold color there. This is a teal. Put that right there. This one's a deep ocean blue. There. Need a stick. This one's a Gunmetal Gray. It's a nice dark, almost black color with some silver tones in it. I really like this color. When it comes to micas, I get them from all over. I don't have a particular spot that I love over the other. I buy them from all over. I'm a mica fiend. I've got them all over. And this one I've got a little pearl and a metallic white that I mixed up. And I'm just going to quickly mix all this stuff up. We're going to throw it on this board and make us a little striated marble look to it. Since I got this one all mixed up, we'll just pour a nice random pattern out on our boards. Get the Gunmetal Gray out. Little orange gold, I think this one was called. Feeling a little Caribbean, I think, with these blues and stuff like that. Put that there. Get our deep ocean blue out. And finally, our teal. So you can see these takes this Polyaspartic, it just holds the color really, really nicely. Just pulls it all, flows really, really well. You don't have to overbeat it and get a ton of air bubbles in it. Just likes to take it. So we'll mix all that together. And I'm simply just going to take my fingers and cover all the spaces and let the micas do their thing. Just like that. Got some crazy colors going on here, but it's one of those kind of years, it feels like. Hit that. Tap out our dry spots. There's one there. Am I missing any, Corey? Cool, so let's take the, oh, look at this. I'm good, I got a big long one right there. Take this, we're gonna move this around just a little bit. Get them colors spread out and doing their thing. All right, so we've got two examples of Polyaspartic here on this, this wild board here. All I did was mix a bunch of micas, throw them out, and run them together. We're gonna let them do their thing. When you first use Polyaspartics, depending on where you're, like I said, it does cure with humidity, so it may take a day or so. I did notice here in Vegas, the next morning my epoxies are typically dry to the touch. These ones were a little tacky, it took like an extra day, but once they hardened up, they were super hard and they're super resilient. So I hope you enjoyed these videos on our Polyaspartics. They're great. If you have any questions, please drop them in the link. I'll try and answer them all below. Also, if you're enjoying our channel and the things that we like, please subscribe. And then ring the bell so you'll have notifications when we go live again. Corey and I are going to be going on a kick this holiday season, making a whole bunch of videos just for you. So if there's anything that you would like to know, let us hit us up, and we'll be glad to make that for you as well. We're excited. Thanks for visiting us today, and you have a great day.